Commissioner Abe.
Here.
Commissioner Emery. Commissioner Goodell. Here. Commissioner Kyono. Here. Commissioner Acosta.
Here.
Commissioner Center.
Here.
And Commissioner Yamane here. Okay, time now is 9:06. We have quorum. The public was noticed, and I call this meeting to order. Starting off with chair's report. So first off, I hope all of you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, a day off, especially staff. I know how hard you folks work. I also wanted to wish all of the moms a belated Happy Mother's Day. I hope you had a nice time to celebrate Mother's Day with your mothers. Do not forget, Father's Day is coming up next month, so be sure to also celebrate your father. And basically because, life is short. There's a lot of things that happen in our lives that go by very quickly, and sometimes we forget all of the good events that we can celebrate, or the good people that we meet. And that leads me to a quick and brief story, but somebody already told me they don't like my shirt because there's too many roosters around. But my shirt is called the Kauai Alarm Clock, for those of you that don't know it. That's the title of this shirt that I'm wearing today. And basically, I'm doing that because I wanted to personally thank this gentleman to my left, Commissioner Russell Kyono, who has served on this board for many, many moons. If you look at how many times he's traveled here from Kauai, initially we were doing it twice a month, and only recently once a month, but he's had to travel over 120 times from Kauai coming over here. Maybe more. I think it's actually even more. He gets up early in the morning before the sun rises, has to go down there, he has to come here, and that he is doing all because of his generosity, his kindness, his love of the state, his love of the people of Hawaii. And so when you come across somebody like that, I think it's only fair, and those people are very rare. So if you take the time out of your busy day to tell them thank you, which is I want to say thank you, sir, it helps. And so I just wanted to remind all of you, you come across anybody that's made your day a little better, be sure to go out and thank them, okay? It doesn't hurt, it doesn't cost you anything, but I can tell you it makes that person feel a little better. He's feeling a little better by the big smile that he's letting out right now. Because as you all know, he's a man of very few words, but when he speaks, everyone listens. So, I know he has another month with us, but because John is not here, I thought I'd be fair and direct a lot of the attention and thank you to Russell today, and next month we'll go to John. And unfortunately, we will not have them come July. So if you folks haven't met him, you haven't told him thank you after the meeting, be sure you do so, because I appreciate you, Neil appreciates you, staff appreciates you, and I'm sure all of your fellow commissioners are grateful for what you've done and how much you've helped. So I just wanted to point that out this morning. Now moving on to the executive officer's report. Neil, sorry.
So additional distribution for 6A, and we just have the minutes of the previous meetings alongside the exec session minutes. So if it looks okay, just take a motion.
Move to approve minutes and executive minutes as presented.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Acosta, seconded by Commissioner Kyono to approve the minutes and the executive session minutes as distributed. Commissioners, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. Thank you very much.
That's your minutes down to Lucian.
And I'm sorry, I did my additional distribution as well.
Alrighty, now on item 4, committees and program of work, 4A, laws and rules review committee, 4A1. We had an Association of Real Estate License Law Official, Arello, 2026 mid-year meeting report in Louisville, Kentucky on April 14th to April 16th. And we had staff attend this, and they compiled a report for you to review. Very thorough, comprehensive report, and it's just informative for you commissioners. Commissioners, do you have any questions for staff regarding the Arello conference? Probably have one of them just quickly see a brief overview. Mohit?
Yeah, I know. I personally love Arello, and so hopefully this September is an opportunity for all of you to kind of experience just kind of what the association has to offer. It's a great way to not only network, but just, you know, it's like I like to think of it like a specialist meeting times 10. Like, so it's just all these great minds, and we're just talking about how we can just not only make just the industry, but just administratively, how we can kind of work together and kind of just bounce ideas off of one another, like what works, what doesn't work. I don't know if you guys, some of the things that we're coming across as far as like cheating goes, and like new ways to cheat, like people not taking their CEs and like, or having their agents, their salesperson's agents taking it for them for the PBs. I was like mind boggled, but it makes us, you know, kind of open our eyes and like, are there holes in our laws and rules that we have to kind of beef them up? But actually, our laws and rules require us to, they're supposed to ID, so CE providers are supposed to be checking their IDs to ensure that the person taking the course is actually that person. So, you know, it just kind of allows us to just evaluate what we have and then to see if we have to adjust anything on our part. But it's a great conference, and like I said, hopefully September, all of you guys will get to experience that. So, but if there's, yeah.
Yes, Commissioner Center.
I noticed a lot has been coming up on AI.
Yeah.
And I thought that was kind of interesting that New York started passing laws against chatbots. So they're starting to implement legislation to try and control AI. And there was another, I forgot what session it was, but you mentioned that a whole entire transaction was done on AI.
Yeah, that I can't remember what state too, but yeah, that was mind-boggling. Like, they didn't see it until like the very, very end that it was reviewed, but everything from start to end was all AI.
Everything. Contracting.
So, and the other thing they were saying, yeah, if there's like on the website, if there are those like chat bots, like do those chat bots have to be licensed? Is there some kind of regulation on that? So, yeah, it's definitely a big conversation that it was a very popular topic. So it was interesting. For sure, so we'll definitely see it down the pipeline, yeah.
Thank you.
Commissioner Acosta.
I will say that I have been to NAR conferences and a lot of other conferences, and Arello is by far my favorite because it is so expansive and you learn so much about the laws and the regulations of other states. Like Noe said, you know, you look, do we have issues because of them having issues? So, yeah, I encourage everyone to attend. It's really a great conference.
Thank you. Anyone else? If not, that's, you should read it. It's very informative. It kind of gives you, as Noe said, a heads up of what's coming and what other places are doing to prepare for what's coming. So we will, I'm sure, encounter these in the future, so it should help us. But thank you for attending, staff. I know it was a long flight, but thank you very much. We appreciate it. Moving on to agenda item 4B1, Condo Review Committee contract for condominium seminars and educational sessions. Real Estate Commission's option to renew its condominium education seminar contract with Community Association Institute Hawaii Chapter for 2 years pursuant to the same terms and conditions of the existing contract as procured through HIE Pro, State of Hawaii e-procurement system. For this, I'm going to ask Dayton to quickly give you folks a brief update.
So, as part of the Real Estate Commission's educational mandate, we have been doing a contract with education providers, in this case CAI Hawaii, for many years. It's a 4-year contract with a 2-year renewal, which is what we're requesting. They host seven classes a year that we subsidize, and usually they'll get between, off the top of my head, 70 to 150 people per seminar. We're asking to renew the 2-year renewal contract for another 2 years for the additional 7 classes for each fiscal year in that 2-year contract.
Thank you. Commissioners, any questions for staff? If not, I do need a motion on this.
Move to approve the contract as stated in the memorandum.
Second.
Been moved by Commissioner Acosta, seconded by Commissioner Abe to approve the memo as requested regarding the approval to renew the contract with CAI Hawaii for 2 years. Commissioners, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I abstain.
Any abstentions?
I abstain. I am a regular member of CAI. I am not on its board or officer, but just as I'm a regular member, even though I believe in the program, I'm going to abstain.
Thank you. We still have enough, so motion passes. Okay, thank you very much. Staff, no Commissioner Emery's statement.
It's another great program to see all come around.
It's good. Keep up the good work, everybody. Now moving on to agenda item 4B2, the report on the DCCA-HPD meeting regarding condominium complaints and complaint impact procedures. For this, I'm going to ask condo specialist Araki to give you folks an update and report. Go ahead.
Morning, Commissioners. So HCCA had organized a meeting with the HPD Assistant Chiefs to discuss recurring condo and association complaints, including embezzlements, misuse of funds, harassment, threats, and other related issues. So HPD had noted that these types of matters actually require more than a patrol officer response, but they had said that the patrol officer should still document, report, and actually refer it to the detective for further investigation. So, and if that's not happening, then they had advised maybe condo owners that they should ask for a supervisor if the police officer that comes in doesn't want to take the complaint or take the report. So you can always ask for a supervisor, and if that supervisor comes down and you're not happy, you can ask for somebody higher up as well, right? So they had also discussed that the need for stronger financial safeguards, better access to records, clearer guidance on supporting documentation, the need for better coordination and educational materials for boards, managers, and officers.
Commissioners, any questions for staff? Yes, Commissioner Acosta.
Was there any kind of breakdown as far as what the complaints were about? Was it a lot of malfeasance, or was it noise, or was it homeless, or what was it?
So it's actually a lot of everything, but I think maybe the bigger scope of topic that they had was the recent issue of embezzlement. So one of the participants in the meeting actually has that problem, and I think they're trying to get the police to help, but they haven't been successful, and so that's why they said that if the patrol officer that comes down doesn't want to take the report, you should call a supervisor because it needs some further investigation, and a regular patrol officer wouldn't know what to do because they are not trained to handle those types of situations.
I have a question. So these white-collar type issues, wouldn't they have a CPA auditor too, like an internal auditor to, because for police officers, a lot of it seems like accounting issues.
Yes. Yes.
So that would be difficult for HPD, I think.
I mean, the regular patrol officers wouldn't know what to do with that, but they should at least document it, right? So,
Yeah.
and I think some of the issues that they also had concerns, I mean, they voiced out was that sometimes the management company is the one who contracts with the auditing company, and maybe they're they're not getting the full audit report. So it has to be more of an independent auditor rather than
Yes,
someone that's
yes,
hired
sure.
by the managing agent. Yeah.
Independent auditor.
Correct.
Usually the bigger firms, they have a specialized department for that. The smaller firms, sometimes it's more general. So the larger firms, usually, yeah, because it's more white collar type of thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
It probably should be noted under the condominium statute, you have to do an audit if you're more than 20 units by
Yeah,
an
right.
independent certified public accountant to audit standards, which are very strict.
Yeah.
That being said, the current law provides that associations have to buy a crime policy, fidelity bond, there's different insurers call it a different thing. Even though we all know you're not supposed to steal, but you see in banks and everywhere people steal. None of those claims resulted in a financial loss to the condominiums because they all were covered either through the managing agent and/or their insurance policy or the association's crime policy. So there was no financial loss to the association itself, which doesn't excuse the fact that someone stole, but the reality of it is there are safeguards in place today to protect associations from financial loss due to crime.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but if there's embezzlement involved, there's some kind of loss, I would think, to the association, but I know I did auditing for nonprofits in Washington DC myself, and so the audit is one thing though, but then if we see irregularities, then we have to bring in a special group to really dissect everything, and a lot of it's computer related too, so it's hard to find, so.
And I think what she had said was some of the board members don't really know what to do. So that's why I think better education for board members as well.
Yeah.
How can you tell that there's a discrepancy, right?
Yeah, because I've heard of embezzlement problems too in associations, and it does happen. And there's not much oversight of the board members to really figure it out. So it is expensive though, you have to hire a specialized CPA to do that. But if it's a real problem, then it might be something they should consider. Yeah. Anyway, just my input.
Bush Center has a question.
Sorry. What is HCCA?
The Hawaii Council of Community Associations. It's a nonprofit like CAI that was actually became in existence before CAI came to Hawaii decades ago, founded by Aaron Cheney. Many, many, many decades. It's as big as CAI here locally on Oahu anyway.
We're not not involved in SCAI, or we don't hear much.
Well, ACCA, for some reason, has not, to my knowledge, ever asked for subsidies or funding for their seminars. They've done it all independently. And so I know DCCA advertises their seminars and things, but I don't think their programs are subsidized by DCCA or Real Estate Commission, so they're their own.
Yeah.
There's also the Condominium Council of Maui is another organization that's similar in scope just for Maui, but
So I guess my question is, what is our involvement? Like, how did we get involved in this? And are they making any request from the division or the commission on this?
So originally, HCCA had invited us because they wanted someone in there that can speak to the types of complaints that the real estate branch receives for condominium unit owners. So that's why you were invited. And the outcome was that I think they wanted a better coordination between HPD, the prosecuting office, as well as HCCA. I think they want to do sort of like a condo insider to sort of educate the public on what can you do if you have these types of issues in your condominium.
Okay, thank you.
Was the meeting well attended? I mean, was it a lot of people there?
It was pretty much just HCCA people and HPD assistant chiefs. But with the new, I guess, police chief, things might have changed. So the meeting is paused for now, but they are planning to hopefully do some educational program.
Yeah, as Rochelle said, from the HPD's point of view, it's hard for a beat officer to deal with accounting audits and issues along that line. So you had a crime that was discovered that meanwhile went to the prosecutor's office because it's a white-collar crime, which is better capable of prosecuting that. And that takes time to do their investigation and the things they've got to do. But meanwhile, I do know factually on the most recent ones you read about, as well as some other major cases in the last 10 years, that all of them received 100 cents on the dollar, include any lost interest and everything, through either the insurer or the managing agent.
So I'm just asking a question. So the procedures, if somebody in a condo suspects any white-collar crime, they do, first step would be to call a police officer.
Correct.
Regardless of, and then that person will file a report, and then it just moves up the chain. Is that?
Correct. So if that patrol officer says, oh, because what they're saying is they're saying that, oh, condo are self-regulating, so we're not, this is your issue or whatever it is. And that is not the case if it's a white-collar crime, right? So then if they hear that from the patrol officer, they should call a supervisor. And if the supervisor does not want to doesn't want to do the report, then go higher up, right? So
this is more like is this fall more within like they would get a lot of benefit from like a RICO involvement in this education process or this process as far as determining how to educate them on reporting, or is it a commission thing? Because our statute in our jurisdiction is very limited on associations, right?
yeah.
So that was just what I was trying to figure out, how the commission falls into this, other than taking these topics and producing education items. Anything dealing with the investigation part or what the crimes are would be more like a RICO, I would think, investigation, right?
Yeah, except
For licensing of the property manager.
correct. It would be against the property
It
manager.
would be a licensing property manager.
Well, remember, there's 20% of Hawaii's condos don't have a managing agent or a licensed real estate broker. 20% are, quote, self-managed. Because one of the bigger frauds in the last 10 years was a condo downtown here, which was self-managed. They lost $300,000 to internet fraud, not due to the managing agent. They were self-managed, and someone got access to their banking information and were able to take money. So RICO, without changes to the law, is not going to be the
Because there's no
appropriate place
license.
unless they're a licensed broker.
And in that case, we would have nothing to contribute, the commission.
License. White collar crime, it's not that easy to prove sometimes. And then my experience with HPD, and I'm not sure, I might be wrong, you kind of have to have the proof already, like those internal audits, and then present it to their HPD. You have to come up with the proof first, the reports and advisory opinions that the investigators would have, and then HPD will prosecute.
Yeah, that's what
my
I'm
experience. So I don't know to go directly to HPD. I'm not sure, it might be a roadblock, So they would have to spend money to hire internal auditors to come in specifically for that.
Correct. So if you're suspecting of something, then gather up the documents.
You have to prove it, yeah. You have to have documentation. I don't think HPD is gonna do all that, but,
Because I teach a CE course called Understanding Condo Financial Information, where I talk to licensees, which many of them are board members, about how to spot fraud and what to look for. Because if you look at the history, and I've been involved in this, as you can tell, very extensively, there's 2 or 3 patterns that create this fraud. Where, as an example, the property manager creates an artificial vendor, and then from all of his projects gets checks for 100 here, 25 there. But over the life of them managing it, it's tens of thousands of dollars, right? And the one you read about recently with the management company, it's where the property manager was in collusion with a general contractor with regard to charges and payments that got caught. But there are easy things boards can do to give them a better chance of spotting fraud that I talk about in my CE classes. But the HPD is not going to solve this problem. They can do the report, but in the end, the criminal side's going to go to the prosecuting attorney, and the financial loss is going to go to the insurance companies and the lawyers and whatever, and make sure that because the law is pretty clear about covering that financial loss today 100% through the managing agent, and/or self-managed projects.
I mean, you can go on and on, but what I find in the smaller management companies, there's no checks and balances. So one person could be handling it. So it's very easy to take. And that happens in professional offices too. So unless you bring in an outside party to really scrutinize all that, then it's kind of hard. But you have to pay somebody to do that. Yeah, I don't think HPD, going direct to HPD would be easy. But anyway.
But thank you for attending the meeting and sharing with us what you learned. It helps.
Yeah, it
Thank
does
you.
help. I think any information does help, even though we don't have a direct influence. But the support from the commission would come from either education, we could support in education, or legislative lobbying changes. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Next on the agenda is item 4C, Education Review Committee, 4C1, Continuing Education Administration, 4C1A, Administrative Issues. We have a list in front of you with 3 courses. Commissioners, anyone have any questions or concerns on those 3 courses? If not, I need a motion, please.
I move to approve the Education Review Committee report dated May 29th.
Thank you.
Second?
It's been moved by Commissioner Embry, seconded by Commissioner Acosta to approve the Education Review Committee list dated May 29, 2026. Commissioners, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. Thank you very much. Next item, 4C1B, Continuing Education Core Course. In front of you, you have the draft number 2 of Core B for 2025-2026. And again, the developer is Everett Kaneshige. I know you've had a chance to review it. Note the changes that were made from the first draft to the second draft. Anyone have any questions, concerns, or they need anything else changed on draft number 2? If not, I do need a motion to continue this going to final draft, so
I move to approve to go on to final draft.
thank you.
Second.
Been moved by Commissioner Abe, seconded by Commissioner Corno to approve 2026 Core B class property management, moving it on to final draft. Commissioners, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. Next item, 4C1C, we have a course in front of you entitled From Curious to Committed, Helping Buyers Navigate Pre-Qualification and Pre-Approval. The author owner is Megan Stevenson. Preferred Systems, Inc. is the provider. The course category is in finance, and the clock hours are 3 hours. And just to refresh your memory, this course came in front of us earlier in the year, in January, I believe, and we sent it back for some additional material, some inclusions of VA financing, a little more thorough timeline of the time, taking 3 hours. So it's back in front of you, meeting your eyes. And anybody have any questions on the enhancements or concerns on the added material?
I will say, I appreciate very much that the slides are readable. So thank you for letting the vendors know.
It's not black like before, so yeah. Thank you, staff. Any questions, any concerns? If not, I do need a motion.
Move to approve the application for certification continuing ed elective course from curious to committed, helping buyers navigate pre-qualification and pre-approval.
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved by Commissioner Acosta, seconded by Commissioner Goodell to approve the course from curious to committed, helping buyers navigate the pre-qualification and pre-approval. Commissioners, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. Thank you very much. Next, we have item 4C, 2A, pre-licensing education. And this is an update, an amendment of the Hawaii Real Estate Brokers pre-licensing curriculum. This is the second draft. So again, you folks had an opportunity to look at the initial draft. Changes were made. This is the second draft. Hopefully the changes have been made. Staff has checked on that, but Commissioner, some of you had pointed out some issues, so hopefully you note that the changes have been properly made. And are there any questions or concerns?
I appreciated that they put the Hawaiian flag where it was pertinent to Hawaii.
Very good. So you asked and it was answered.
So that's it.
Any other comments, questions, concerns from other commissioners? If not, I do need a motion to move this to final draft.
I would move that we move forward with the Hawaii Real Estate Commission Brokers pre-licensing curriculum to the next draft.
Thank you.
Second?
It's been moved by Commissioner Goodell, seconded by Commissioner Acosta to approve the Hawaii Real Estate Commission Brokers pre-licensing curriculum dated May 2026 to final draft. Commissioners, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. Thank you very much. One more. 4C3. We have the Instructors Development Workshop, IDW, response to request for quotes, RFQ for the 2027-2028 biennium. I'm going to just ask Specialist Kikoa to quickly address you folks.
Morning, Commissioners. So yeah, the RFQ was put out on the Hawaii procurement system as required, and we received one quote before you. So we're looking to approve this quote that we received.
Thank you, staff. Commissioners, any questions on the IDW and RFQ? Yes, I do need a motion
I move to approve the proposal made by Hawaii Association of Realtors for the IDW class.
Second.
Been moved by Commissioner Emery, seconded by Commissioner Abe to approve the request. Commissioners, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. Thank you very much. We're now on agenda item number 5, licensing and registration. You have a list in front of you of the approved applications for brokers, salespersons, et cetera, dated May 29th. Anyone have any questions or concerns?
I move to ratify the approved applications for licenses dated May 29, 2026.
Second. Been moved by Commissioner Emery to ratify the application list dated May 29, 2026, and seconded by Commissioner Kyono. Commissioners, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. Thank you very much. We are now on agenda item number 6, licensing applications. And for this, we do need to move into executive session, so I'm moving to go into executive session. Can I have a second, please? Second. Seconded by Commissioner Acosta. Commissioners, all those in favor to move into exec session to discuss licensing applications? All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. We are now moving to exec session.
we're good.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for your patience. We are back on the agenda. Agenda item number 6. We have licensing applications. First up, 6A, Carl Spencer Crindell. He is not
I
in the
move to provide preliminary approval for his license application, subject to his notification for the next 2 years of his principal broker of his licensing history.
It's been moved. Can I have a second, please?
Just for clarification, you stated licensing history? Did
Or I
you?
should say, criminal history, criminal conviction history.
Was there having no convictions in the next 2 years too?
Right, so you can,
So I don't know if you want to add that, what, about no convictions
prior
for
to
2
his-
years.
Prior to his
He
final
needs to be
application.
clean.
modify it a little bit.
And you could say, and no future Hawaii licensing infraction. Criminal infraction.
For 2 years?
I'm open to amending the language. I think we know
I
what.
think that's fine.
Yes, I got the gist of it, yeah.
Oh, I need a second, sorry. It's been moved by Commissioner Emery, seconded by Commissioner Center to most likely approve his preliminary decision with the noted conditions. Commissioners, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye. Nay.
One opposed, Commissioner Costo. Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. Next, agenda item 6B, Lamont Shaw.
I move to approve the application for individual broker's license for Tomas Goff under the condition he cannot serve as principal broker of Black Label Commercial Corporation, DBA American Dream Homes Hawaii. And secondly, to approve the application for entity license.
That's another one. What he's dealing
Okay.
is separate, so.
Yeah, separate.
Okay.
Is there a time period on there?
For 2 years, he cannot serve as the principal broker of Black Label Commercial Corporation, DBA American Dream Homes Hawaii.
So you're talking about not serving as a PB for this particular firm, but he
Company
can
or
be
any-
a company,
any
he can be a
Yeah, I
PB.
guess in general then, yeah. Okay, sorry about that.
Anyway, you're just granting him his real
As
estate
principal broker,
broker's.
he cannot serve as principal broker for any brokerage company in Hawaii for 2 years.
As a condition. Second?
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Abe, seconded by Commissioner Emery to approve the broker's license for Tomas Shaw with the condition of not being a principal broker for 2 years. Commissioners, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not seeing or hearing any, motion passes. Thank you very much. Now we have 6C, Black Label Commercial Corp., DBA American Dream Homes, Hawaii.
So I move to approve the brokerage application for entity license for Black Label Corporation, DB American Dream Homes, Hawaii.
No, it's not deferred, is it?
Yeah, this one was, you guys wanted to defer it, right? Because.
Oh, you deferred?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he needs to have a
Yeah,
So I
PV.
think.
Oh, because
you
there's
can
no
withdraw
PV,
your-
yeah.
Yeah, he
you
signed his
withdraw your
own.
motion.
Fine.
Okay,
Make
move to
another-
defer then.
Okay,
So withdraw-
Okay, move to defer.
You need to withdraw your motion before you do that.
it's noted, I got it.
Okay,
Okay, so
move to
the
defer.
motion is to defer this till a later time. So-
Until they submit a new app with a PB. Yeah, but we don't need to deal with that now.
So they have to come back then?
Yes.
Okay.
For correctly, this to correct.
Yeah, to correct the
PB and resubmit.
Second was from
Second.
Commissioner Abe, seconded by Commissioner Emery to defer the decision on Black Label Commercial Corp. Commissioners, all those in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Not hearing or seeing any, motion passes. Thank you very much. The next meeting is scheduled for Friday, June 29th,
26?
26, excuse me, yeah, at night. And let me give authority to this gentleman here. Wait, time now. It's 10:46, and I'm gonna let this gentleman say, meeting over.